What is going on, Laker fans? Thank you very much for being a part of Lakers Talk Daily. We got to get right into it. Tonight, the Lakers taking on the Golden State Warriors. Game one of the 2022-2023 season. Yesterday, I spent a little time kind of previewing the game, looking a little bit at what to expect and what we learned from preseason, which really wasn't much. In today's episode, by the way, pregame show is going to start at 5:30. Tip-off will be at 7 o'clock, so this will obviously be up before the game starts. But in today's episode, I want to ask Laker fans out there, how are you feeling about the upcoming season? How do you feel? How do you feel about what the Lakers are going to put together for this 82-game stretch? How do you feel about particular players, lineups, coach, the whole thing? I'm going to give my thoughts on this. Please subscribe to the channel. ESPN LA is our YouTube channel. Please subscribe. We would greatly appreciate it. We'll continue to put content up here. If you're following along, if you are subscribed, you're probably getting notifications. We're doing a lot of our shows live now on YouTube. And then, obviously I'm doing this Monday through Friday, specific Lakers content for Laker fans here. How do I feel about the Lakers season? So your comments on how you feel free to obviously comment below. I'm nervous. I got to be honest with you. I'm nervous. I don't want to be pessimistic, but I'm at a stage of this, Laker run that they've had with LeBron James 4 years ago where it started. This is the 5th season. Anthony Davis, obviously a part of the Lakers now. This is going to be his 4th season with the Lake Show. I'm at a point where, again, I don't want to say I'm pessimistic, but I have to see it to believe it. Last year, I walked into the season incredibly excited because Vegas is picking the Lakers to be one of the favorites to go win an NBA championship. And we know what happened last year. The year before that, we were excited about the upcoming Lakers season. Lakers get a chance to defend their NBA championship. AD goes down. We know the injuries that have happened over the last couple of years. So I've been way too excited in the past. I'm kind of reserving, be a lot more cautious coming into this season. But I think there's also a nervousness to this upcoming year. I don't want to experience anything like we had last year. And I need to be convinced that they can compete. I like Darvin Ham. I like some of the different players that they brought in, but, I've already discussed that preseason really didn't help to kind of analyze or understand what the Lakers are and who they have and if it's all going to fit, if it's all going to work together. But I think these first 10 games are going to be a big, big challenge. Let me throw this. The first 6 of the first 7 games are against teams that made the playoffs last year. The Golden State Warriors, the Los Angeles Clippers, Portland, the only team that did not make the playoffs, at Denver, at Minnesota. The Pelicans are in the mix there as well. So you got some tough games that are, right out the gate, the Lakers are going to come to. And I just want to see them play 500 basketball. And I'd be more than happy with 500 basketball through the first 15 games or so, because I think that's going to be a real challenge. Before health, I'm going to talk about my concerns, because I think for any team, if you don't have health, you don't have anything. Whether we're talking about the Lakers, the Clippers, the Nuggets, the Warriors, the Celtics, if they don't have one of their, key players, that team's going to struggle. So let me put health to the side. Let me just assume that health is there for the Lakers. My biggest question around the Lakers is, can Anthony Davis go back to his old form? Again, forget how many games he plays. That obviously is going to be key, but that's not something you and I can predict. Can AD go back to his old form? Are we going to have nights where we're talking about Anthony Davis saying that's the baddest man on the court? He had 39, 15, 3 block shots, and 2 steals in a game against the Milwaukee Bucks or the Philadelphia 76ers or the Clippers in game 2. Because if Anthony Davis cannot return to old form, forget how many games he plays, he has to not only play a ton of games, but he also has to be the AD that we were watching a couple years ago. Tell me how the Lakers have a real shot at making some noise this year if Anthony Davis is not the same person that he was. So that's an area that I'm going to watch as we start the season. Another area that I'm going to watch, LeBron's 20th season. I don't think LeBron's ever going to go through, a stage. Well, I guess he will at some point, but I don't think it's coming soon, where all of a sudden his stats just go bam, all the way down. His stats, last year he averaged 30 points. I don't think we're going to walk into this year and say, man, LeBron averaged 14 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists a game. I don't think he's going to have one of those type of declines. I think as long as he plays, he's still going to have the numbers, the 25, 6 and 6, something along those lines. Bron, who we don't talk about as much because we spend a lot of that time talking about Anthony Davis, the availability for Bron. It's how many games did Bron play this upcoming year that I think is going to be a question mark that will, I know we spend a lot of that energy towards Anthony Davis, but it's something to keep in mind also for LeBron James. I think the Russ situation is not only is it a situation because he's just not that good of a player at this stage of his career, or at least with the Lakers, he's not that productive of a player, but that constant distraction of Russell Westbrook is probably going to be there, right? And how the Lakers deal with that, how they handle it, if they don't trade him, do they trade him? Is he coming off the bench? Is he starting? Does he like his role? Does he not like his role? Those are some areas that I put health to the side that are just natural concerns that revolve around those three big players. And then, of course, are these role players going to pan out? Are they going to be the type of players that you need them to be? Is Patrick Beverley going to be a nice fit? Is the addition of Lonnie Walker, Juan Toscano Anderson, Thomas Bryant, Damian Jones, is Austin Reeves going to continue to develop? Is Kendrick Nunn going to be a real threat off the bench? There's a lot of unanswered questions that I don't think we have, and I could sit here and do my absolute best to predict. But when I ask Laker fans out there, as I started this episode, how do you feel about the upcoming season? For me, I'm very cautious. I'm not pessimistic, but I'm a wait and see approach. I'm not overly excited by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, you get excited because it's NBA, it's Lakers basketball. We always get excited for that in the beginning of the season when everyone's 0-0. But I think you also have a natural hesitation with this Lakers team because you really, truly don't know what to expect. So those are my thoughts, Laker fans. I'll give you guys an opportunity on this platform to give us your thoughts as well. How do you feel about the upcoming season? Comment below. Please subscribe to the channel. This is ESPN LA's channel. You can subscribe on ESPN LA. I also put it up on my channel, Lakers Talk with Alan Sliwa. Would appreciate you guys subscribing there as well. Hopefully, the next time we talk, the Lakers are 1-0. Go Lake Show tonight against the Golden State Warriors. Thank you for being a part of the show and have a great rest of your night.